I absolutely love this comment. I will gladly share with you who I got my coin from. As a gem buyer, I have access to shows, wholesale shows, and some of the vendors that we come across are going to be like coin dealers. They don't just sell Roman coins like mine. They'll do all different kinds of coins from different countries and different eras and so on and so forth. After I got back from Pompeii, I went to a gem show and ran into a coin dealer who told me all about the coin that I needed and blah, blah, blah. And he was so passionate. He is the kindest, nicest, happiest guy to talk to. And he's actually on here, so I'm gonna tag him. Look up OCN Antiques. He doesn't have a lot of followers, but he is extremely knowledgeable and very kind. And he found these two coins for me. We picked them out and he had them set for me in silver. And he even did some cufflinks for me later on. But they come with a certificate of authenticity, and he tells you exactly, like he can tell you where he got them from, and he can tell you all about the emperor and the whole story behind the emperor. He's extremely knowledgeable and very kind. As you're getting used to my videos, you'll know that I like to work with nice people. The bracelet that I have actually is another fun, cute story. I was at another gem show in Denver, and I was taking a break and eating a little meal bar thing. And there was this young kid who was at this booth that sold used silver. And young kid, like maybe 23, maybe 24, but he was all by himself and he looked really bored. And I have kids that age. So, you know, the mom and me was like, oh, so how's your day going? How's things? Where are you from? And so on and so forth. And, you know, just kind of sat there chatting with him while I ate. And he's like, do you want to look at anything? And I was like, oh, no, I'm not really looking for silver. He's like, yeah, but let's just play with it. And I'm like, okay. And I look down and I see this bracelet, and the bracelet had Roman coins on it. He's like, hey, look, this matches your necklace. I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I think those might be Roman. He's like, that's cool. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's cool too. And I was like, well, how much is it? And he picks it up and he looks at it. Now, granted, this is silver that's supposed to be weighed and sold by the weight. He picks it up, he looks at it, he goes, for you, 40 bucks. So I was like, sold. I took it, 40 bucks. It's got like 6 Roman coins or 7 Roman coins on it. And it's silver. So I very excitedly gave him the money, and I brought it home and polished it up. It was a little bit tarnished at the time. But then what's even funnier is 2 years ago, I was here in Tucson at another gem show. And I do this a lot. This is my primary job, is I'm the primary buyer for my company. So anyways, I'm walking by this booth that's at this wholesale show, and there's a jeweler who has all pre-made jewelry, and he's got some with Roman coins. And I'm looking at it, and I was gonna try to find some earrings. I was thinking I wanted some earrings. And he looks down and he looks at my coin. He's like, oh, I see you like Roman. I'm like, yeah, I do. Actually, you should see my bracelet. And he looks at my bracelet. He goes, that's mine. And I was like, no, it's mine. He's like, no, I made that. I made that about 27 years ago. And I was like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah. I was like, well, I didn't buy it here 27 years ago. I actually got it in Denver at a gem show. And he said, well, that's not me. My wife had it. My ex-wife. She must have sold it. And so I ended up with this piece, and he's like, can I ask you how much you paid for it? I was like, you're really not going to want to know. So I told him. He's like, you got a really good deal. One of the coins on my bracelet is actually a pretty rare coin. I just got very lucky. Very lucky. It was like kismet. It was meant to be. I was kind of glad. But you know what? It was me talking to this really nice guy at a show that I got this coin, and me talking to a really nice kid who hooked me up with my bracelet. And then today, this booth that had the antique glass